Hey, it's Drew Baldridge, and you're watching Bull Sessions in the Skype Live studio.
Drew Baldridge, how about that, huh?
How about it?
Drew, I thought I was from a small town. I'm from Oregon, Oregon, which is out in the eastern Oregon, about 1,000 people in it. And I always kind of wait for like a woo from somebody from Oregon. It's happened 0 times so far. You know what I mean? But you're from a tiny town. Like 1,000 would have been a lot of people in your town.
Yeah, I'm from a little town in southern Illinois called Patoka, which nobody's ever heard of.
Let's wait for it. Yeah, no woos.
Yeah, no woos, no woos. But I graduated with 22 kids, and then I moved to Nashville. And it was like, oh my goodness, why did I just move to this big city? It took me so long to figure out even how to drive, like one-ways and interstates.
Man. Oh my gosh, you have more than one school here. How neat.
Yeah, I know, exactly. I mean, the school that I grew up in was K through 12, and it's still K through 12. And, you know, the same kids that you start off school with, you end school with. So, I mean, they're like my brothers and sisters.
Right.
Yeah.
So coming from a town like that, and I know you're a very Christian man as well.
Yeah.
Does that just seed everything you do as far as songwriting? I mean, is that just in everything you do?
Yeah, it's in 100% everything I do because it's really all I know until, you know, now we're out here touring and I get to see all these beautiful places. This is our first time touring out west, so this is, you know, my first time in Portland, which is pretty awesome for us. And, you know, all the songs that I've written, I remember going back through and I was talking to my promotions guy, Jim Dandy, and I said, man, I haven't realized this, but a lot of my songs are about small towns. Like it all goes back to a small town, and it's just, I just think, you know, it's always good to write about what you know about, and that's what I know about.
Right. And do you find when you're like songwriting in Nashville, I know the songwriting process there kind of happens with a lot of people sometimes. Do you find yourself writing with people with completely different backgrounds than yours, or do you seek out other people?
You know, now I've found a good circle of guys and girls that I write with. But, you know, it's all different. You know, it's so funny how you connect with people from big cities. You connect with people from small cities, and you don't even realize it. And, you know, it just, I think as long as they get you and they get what you want to say as an artist, it's a good write.
Right. I was noticing on your website, they were talking a little bit about how building your career is something that you'd like to do, accomplish, kind of like Eric Church, where a lot of time is spent on the road and getting in front of people and actually performing is the way you'd like to be built.
Yeah, so I've been playing in bars and stuff since I've been 16, 17 years old. And we've been a band. I've had these guys up here with me for 3 years now. And, you know, we're all from southern Illinois. We're all about an hour from each other. And we've toured across the Midwest for the past 3 years and played hundreds of shows a year. And, you know, before we had a label, we didn't have any radio support. We were just out there making fans, being in front of people, having a good time with people, hanging out with them, meeting them after the show, shaking their hand. And that's the way we've built this, and we want to keep it building that way and being in front of people and hanging out with people after the show. And, you know, it's just such a big part of the music is to know the people that you're making the music for.
Sure. See, here's the thing, guys. Radio used to be so important to the young country music star, and it's becoming so much less so. I'm sure you would love to have a song on the radio.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. I think it's still the most important thing that you can have is radio. I mean, you can't get your music familiarized without it.
But like you were saying, like, I mean, you have this huge stock of fans just from getting in front of them, and it's a neat thing.
Yeah, and we've taken pride in, you know, making sure the live show that we put on is the best live show that we can possibly put on because, you know, lots of times that's our first shot at somebody, and you know they might not hear us again until they see us live again. You know, so we take very much pride in playing the live show.
Absolutely. One last thing that I saw on your website, and I couldn't tell if it was cheeky the way it was written or if you had a part of that, but it said something about signature Drew dance moves. Oh, is that a thing?
It's a thing.
Really?
I can dance.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. So for real dance, but not like George Strait dance.
No, not George Strait. Not George Strait. But no, we can dance. You know, the single that we have out now is "Dance with You," and you know, lots of times people's like, "Why did you write this song, Dance with You?" It's because I love to dance, sure. And I love to dance. And if you come to the show, right now I can't do much dancing because I'm behind a guitar, of course. But I mean, I still like to move and feel the groove and stuff. But you know, I love to dance, and I love. You know, my band, they dance behind me too, and we just have a lot of fun on stage.
All right, well, we're hoping to see maybe just a little piece of it here.
Bit.
Okay, cool. All right, so the show he was talking about is at the Crystal Ballroom. He's with Granger Smith there tonight. If you guys want to go check that out, I encourage you to do that. But right now, we'll get a little mini version of it with Drew Baldridge, everybody.
Awesome.